This is going to be a massive war, ladies and gentlemen. It was this past week on Monday Night Raw, where Samoa Joe went one-on-one with the NXT champion Gunther. And a shocking turn of events, Gunther in fact got the victory, being the third man, or the second man actually, to defeat Samoa Joe, shoulders to the mat, and beat him in singles competition. And it was because of this man, the WWE champion Drew McIntyre, who interfered and let Gunther get the victory.
From Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, the WWE champion, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Samoa Joe has only lost 3 matches here in this Universe Mode series. He has lost to Finn Balor in tag team action, to Finn Balor in singles competition, and to Gunther this past week on Raw. Whereas you look at that man right there, the WWE champion, the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre, he has not been pinned or submitted this entire time in the series. Yes, he has lost 1 match in this series, but it was a fatal 4-way match which he did not take the pin in, also involving Seth freaking Rollins, Kevin Owens, and the eventual winner of that contest, Adam Cole, baby. We will see tonight if Drew McIntyre will suffer his first ever loss to Samoa Joe here this evening as champion versus champion encounter to determine who will walk out the top dog of this Universe Mode series and the biggest champion of them all, the best champion of them all, and most importantly, who will win Survivor Series between the ongoing rivalry between Raw and Smackdown. Drew McIntyre has been WWE champion for a whopping 209 days, winning it all the way back at SummerSlam Premium Live Event and having defenses against the likes of Cody Rhodes, Braun Breaker, and The Rock. Tonight he goes to war with this man for the first time ever.
Weighing in at 282 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Samoan Joe.
This man, Samoa Joe, is almost at the 1-year mark as being World Heavyweight Champion. He won it on June 9th last year. Tonight, it is June 8th, which means Joe has had a 364-day reign as World Heavyweight Champion. And it's going to be surpassed tonight because the championship is not on the line. So Samoa Joe, being an incredible champion, he's defending that championship against the likes of Kurt Angle and John Cena in a triple threat match. Kurt Angle in singles competition, Cody Rhodes one-on-one, Brock Lesnar in a WrestleMania rematch, Finn Balor one-on-one at SummerSlam. Then he also defeated AJ Styles and Randy Orton in triple threat action, beat LA Knight one-on-one in an episode of Monday Night Raw, beat Sami Zayn back at Armageddon Premium Live Event, beat Bray Wyatt in an episode of Monday Night Raw, and then Uncle Howdy back at King of the Ring. And now tonight goes one-on-one with the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre. Big fight feel here tonight. Raw versus Smackdown for the final time. And your main event, Daphne Shaw rings the bell. We are on as these two big heavyweights clamber up here this evening. Shaw with a headbutt, just the upper hand, knocking down McIntyre on the early goings of this one. And there's Samoa Joe. Big shots there. Look at Joe going another big headbutt. Down goes the Scottish Warrior. The WWE Champion Hart and rolls through that big shot from Joe. And McIntyre looking to fight right back. A big claw now by McIntyre. Right at the back of the Samoan submission machine. Who is the best champion in the WWE? Is it McIntyre or is it Samoa Joe? We'll certainly find out after this one's all said and done tonight. We'll find out who wins the war between Raw and Smackdown this evening at Survivor Series. And whoever wins it will get the number 30 spot for their brand in the men's Royal Rumble match. Look at McIntyre, big kick now. Right at the head of Samoa Joe. Look at Joe now, beautiful shot there. Got him with a shoulder tackle. Joe now picking up McIntyre. Snapmare down. Knife edge chop right at the back and a beautiful kick to the chest. Sending McIntyre astray as he rolls to the outside of the ring. Another World Heavyweight Champion, Samoa Joe now, looking to pick up the pace, looking to take him out. Toe pace, suicida by Joe. Taking out McIntyre on the outside of the ring here. Incredibly done by the World Heavyweight Champion Joe. on Monday Night Raw as he heads up to the top rope. Very uncharacteristic of the champion, but I've seen it a number of times and it pays off that time. Double axe handle off the top, followed by the senton by the World Heavyweight Champion Samoa Joe. And Joe now stomping away and kicking. Drew McIntyre whip for an elbow drop. Drew moving up the way, running in with a neck breaker now on Samoa Joe. Nicely done by McIntyre. Is he going to get back into this one? Big boot there, a clothesline, knocking the head clean off his shoulders almost of the world champion Joe. Joe runs back in with for something. Big shot there by Joe. Irish whip off the ropes, brings him back in a bag. Scoop power slam by Joe. I've seen this before from the World Heavyweight Champion. Deadlift powerbomb to McIntyre. And he ain't done. We're going to go all night, maybe perhaps. Here live at Survivor Series in Houston. Samoa Joe trying to teach Drew McIntyre a lesson here. 3 deadlift powerbombs there by Joe. And we're still going. The WWE Champion only undefeated because Samoa Joe has not worked on Smackdown. That's how Joe views it. And Joe's looking to prove that here tonight. There's powerbomb number 5 by Joe. On to McIntyre. They started on the other side of the ring. Now look at them on the opposite side now. With number 6 there by Joe. And now going for the 7th. That connects on McIntyre, the WWE Champion. Could really be hurting here in this one. Another big shot on McIntyre in your main event of the evening. And I believe that's number 9 now of the matchup. McIntyre is trying to get to his feet. But Samoa Joe, there's the 1-0, the 10th powerbomb, followed by number 11 now. And now Joe again, number 12. Connecting and the crowd want one more time. The unlucky 13 connects the cover, the 2, the kick out by McIntyre. I believe I might have miscounted that. It was the unlucky 13 from Samoa Joe. And now Joe gonna fly again and take out McIntyre with a tope. Samoa Joe on fire tonight, taking down the Scottish Warrior. And now gonna send him back into the ring now. He already hit him with a tope. He hit him with a second one now. And they're heading to the top rope. Samoa Joe now. Big elbow drop over to the way was McIntyre. And then the Scottish Warrior. Back to a vertical base. Picking him up. And there's the air raid crash neck breaker. Covered by Drew. For a huge winner. Put Joe away. Here in your main event. And a kick out by the Samoan submission machine. McIntyre not happy. Middle rope now. Legs drop ready to throw to Samoa Joe. Going after the throat of the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, who's held the championship for 364 days and has had 10 successful defenses. As the champ, Joe now sent on once again by the World Champion on Monday Night Raw. Went for another one, but the knees up, rated up back by McIntyre. McIntyre looking to take advantage. Big kick, no cut by Joe and a clothesline. And now Joe back on the offensive. Middle rope by the World Champion with a fly in with a shoulder tackle. McIntyre out of the way. Big shots now by Drew. Leg right hands connecting. McIntyre another right hand by the WWE Champion, the undefeated Warrior. Kick caught though. Joe spins him round into the Uranagi. Plant the WWE Champ. Here's the cover. Leg is hooked, shoulders down. Scoring 2. Kick out by McIntyre. Oh my Lord Almighty, ladies and gentlemen. And Samoa Joe doesn't know what to do to put McIntyre away, but he's going to put him in a submission. Not a submission we're used to seeing by Joe though. And a Boston Crab by the World Heavyweight Champion of Raw. McIntyre in dire straits here, ladies and gentlemen. Will McIntyre submit? Will he have his first loss of the series? Now for the shot right there to CV taps, and he doesn't. McIntyre able to power through and able to stay alive in this one. And this one rolls on tonight. Knife edge chop by McIntyre. There's another one. Look at the chops. Joe's chest really turning red here in this one. Sends him out of the fistule. And a big shoulder tackle on the back of Joe. And Joe rolling to the outside. Now it looks like it may be McIntyre's time to fly here tonight in the main event. McIntyre now. Here he goes. Tope con Hilo. Taking out Samoa Joe. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. And here goes McIntyre, sending Joe back into the ring. And this big fight field contest tonight, live in Houston, Texas. Your main event, WWE Champion Smackdown versus World Champion Raw. McIntyre off the top of the leg, drop to the floor of Joe. Scoring 2, kicked out by the World Champion. My days, what a matchup. And now McIntyre, look at the strength here, picking him up. And a beautiful suplex by Drew. Beautiful deadlift there. Great power on display by McIntyre. Now stomping away is McIntyre here. And look at this. And maybe Drew McIntyre's turn to do the unlucky 13 to Joe. Number 1. Deadlift powerbomb. And this incredible power from the WWE Champion McIntyre. Another deadlift powerbomb. And now going for number 3. And it connects. McIntyre ain't done by a long shot. Joe done this to him earlier tonight, and that's Joe's specialty. He's been doing it ever since before King of the Ring. Now McIntyre is going to do it right back down to see how he feels. And I give him a taste of his own medicine. McIntyre now. Deadlift powerbomb number 6 on the World Champion tonight. Live in Houston. In your main event here at Survivor Series. There it is again. Number 7 now by Drew. My days of incredible power. You know how strong McIntyre is, but the fact he's able to do this to Samoa Joe like it's nothing is incredible. Number 9 now, I believe. That may have been number 10, however, but this I think is number 10. Could be 11 though. Bam! Down goes Joe again. And I believe this is 11 for McIntyre. Yes, it is. Down goes Joe, number 12 now, off the powerbomb, right back where they started almost. And now this is at the final one. Unlucky number 13. Joe planted. Joe doesn't know where he is. Trying to go into the corner. A catch a breather now, and McIntyre with a boot. But Joe fighting right back. Face first goes McIntyre on the canvas now. And now Samoa Joe fighting right back, sends him into the corner now. McIntyre don't want to be there. Look at Samoa Joe picking up the WWE Champion. A Smackdown, and hits the Muscle Buster. Muscle Buster to McIntyre. Cover on Drew. Leg hook, shoulders down. Scoring 2. Kick out by McIntyre. Oh man, Joe was going to get the win there for Monday Night Raw. It was going to be Raw's victory. SmackDown's been able to battle back. Bianca Belair got a win. As did Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, but hold on a minute, Claymore by McIntyre out of nowhere there, scoring 2, Drew to the win over Joe, and a kick out. My days, what a matchup. He got a win, Belair got a win, and as did Team SmackDown in the 4-on-4 men's match. Just moments ago, as Cody Rhodes was the sole survivor, putting down AJ Styles in the final 2. And now McIntyre setting the world champion Joe up with a tippy top rope. Look at the strength here of the WWE champion. Superplex by McIntyre on Joe. And a fantastic main event tonight in Houston. Cover, leg hook, shoulders down. McIntyre for the win. 2 in it for Team SmackDown. The Survivor Series. Joe again with a shoulder up. Oh my. Again getting the shoulder up. Joe to his feet and able to knock him down. Big barrage there, big shoulder tackle by the World Heavyweight Champion Samoa Joe. Sends McIntyre in the corner, squashes him like a bug and hits him with the enziguri right upside the top of the head. Samoa Joe now waiting in the wings to put Drew McIntyre away in this main event. Get the win for Monday Night Raw now to get Raw to win Survivor Series. Hooks it in, cocaine clutch on Drew, cocaine clutch on McIntyre. This could be all she wrote right here. Samoa Joe to make McIntyre tap. Will Drew McIntyre lose his first match in the series courtesy of Samoa Joe, the 364-day champion here? Got McIntyre all tied up, but definitely short. It's there to see if McIntyre submits. He does not do that. McIntyre gets out of it, kicking Joe in the midsection, and the future shock DDT out of nowhere. Covered by the WWE champ to remain undefeated to win Survivor Series here for SmackDown. A kick out again by Joe. Oh man, what a main event. These are two monsters. This is why these two men are the two biggest faces of their brands. McIntyre just hit the Glasgow Kiss, however. Back in the corner now, counting down the downfall of Joe perhaps. Claymore again. Second time of the match. Cover on Joe. Scores 2. And a kick out again. What the hell is it going to take for Drew McIntyre to put Joe away, or for Joe to put McIntyre away? And look at Drew now. Toe pick on Halo again now by the Scottish Warrior on Samoa Joe, trying to fight with him on the outside. Joe though going to pick him up, send them back into the ring here. My days, McIntyre getting to his feet. Joe going to the top rope once again. McIntyre trying to cut him off. Joe right there cutting him off. Joe top rope, double axe handle again. We saw that earlier on, we'll see it again. Samoa Joe stomping away at him now. And now Joe, submission, right back into the choke. Cocaine clutch now on McIntyre to make him submit to end the undefeated streak of the WWE Champion and to get the win for Team Raw at Survivor Series. Well, let's do it here. Well, Raw won it all at Survivor Series. Just get the choke locked in tight. Nowhere for Drew to go center of the ring. Time for the show right there to see if Drew taps. If he does, McIntyre will be defeated for the first time, but Drew able to survive, able to stay alive, and then McIntyre's shoulders down, not like that, inside cradle, small package, scoring 2 on Joe, and a kick down. Imagine if he won like that. After all that, imagine. But now Joe's looking to do the same thing. Victory roll on Drew, scoring 2, kick out. Oh man, now Joe runs in. Irish whip to McIntyre in the corner, picks him up. Here goes Samoa Joe now, looking for the second time of the match. Muscle buster by Joe. But he's taken himself out of the equation. Oh, and he went for the cover with one arm draped over him, but McIntyre's leg was under the bottom rope. What the hell is Joe going to do now? Great call from the official, but that is aggravated the World Heavyweight Champion Joe. He has no idea what to do now. There's a spinning back fist now. Here we go. We've got a slugfest on our hands here in your main event. Live at Survivor Series with the World Heavyweight Champion Samoa Joe battling the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre. Joe right hand. McIntyre knife edge shot block there. Joe McIntyre blocking that, Joe blocking that, and they go back and forth, trading shots, trading blows tonight. Your main event with a champion versus champion clash tonight. McIntyre's short arm clothesline gets the best of Samoa Joe in that equation, and it picks him up to his feet. McIntyre now. There it is! The air raid crash. It's all over for Joe, it seems. McIntyre to win it for Team Smackdown. For Smackdown to win it Survivor Series. Countdown's the end. Third time of the match with a Claymore on Joe. Cover. Leg hook, shoulders down. Scores 2. Drew McIntyre does it. McIntyre defeats Samoa Joe here at Survivor Series, and he proves to be the better champion. He remains undefeated, and he wins Survivor Series for Team Smackdown, making it a 4-3 lead here tonight at Survivor Series. Congratulations going out to the Scottish Warrior. They're still undefeated. They're still incredible. WWE Champion Drew McIntyre, who gives Samoa Joe his 4th loss in this series. My days, unbelievable scenes here in the Survivor Series. What a show it's been, what a matchup. And I'm hoping you all enjoyed the show. Sold out here live in Houston, Texas, as the WWE Champion, the undefeated champ, Drew McIntyre remains supreme to close off the show. That's all we have time for, folks. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next week when we come back for Monday night. Wait a minute. Drew McIntyre celebrated by Mr. Money in the Bank of Raw is here. That's Aleister Black. He's back. We saw him earlier today, and I'm receiving word that Drew McIntyre is retreating through the Timekeeper's area where Samoa Joe is on the outside of the ring, knocked out cold. And Raw's Mr. Money in the Bank, Aleister Black, is here. Finally gonna cash in and gonna take advantage of a down Samoa Joe who just got defeated, which is a very rare sight for the World Heavyweight Champion. Finally, Black has sat on the wayside, sat in the shadows, but now he is finally cashing in as he's biding his time. That's all he's been doing, but now he has picked his moment. We saw it 48 hours ago on NXT, Carmelo Hayes cashed in his NXT Money in the Bank contract, cashing in on the ring, getting out Gunther, defeating Gunther at that very event and getting a huge victory in that one, folks. Ending his 209-day reign. But right now, it's Aleister Black looking to become World Heavyweight Champion and finally cashing in for that right there World Heavyweight Championship. Prestigious cover of gold on Monday Night Raw. Let's head to the ring now with the official ring introductions from Mr. Mike Rowe.
From Amsterdam, in the Netherlands, weighing in at 215 pounds, Alexia Black. And his opponent, from Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 282 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Samoan Joe!
Well, Samoa Joe was not expecting this, ladies and gentlemen. An impromptu world title match after Joe just lost, which is a very rare sight. Joe losing the WWE Champion Drew McIntyre. Losing for Monday Night Raw at Survivor Series. But Raw's Mr. Money in the Bank is looking to make it a good night for the Red Brand and become new champion. He is cashing in. Aleister Black is finally cashing in his Money in the Bank contract to try and end Samoa Joe's 364-day reign as world champion. He doesn't want to let Joe have a 1 year long reign as champion. Here we go, Bill. It's been wrong matchup underway. Samoa Joe, Aleister Black for the title. Black Mass. Black Mass. Will Black do it? Cover. Leg hook. Shoulders down. Scoring two. Oh, Samoa Joe finding a second win and Joe kicks out. Unbelievable. But this is very interesting, folks. Very interesting to say the least, because these two men had a rivalry at the very start of the series. Aleister Black not being able to be a part of the Elimination Chamber match back in No Way Out Premium event because Samoa Joe was the special guest referee for his qualifying match against Bray Wyatt, and he gave a fast count to Bray to leave Aleister Black to lose the matchup. Then they had a matchup one-on-one at No Way Out. Joe getting the win, retaining his spot in the Mania main event after winning the Royal Rumble. They've never seen each other after that, but now they're seeing each other tonight as Aleister Black has finally come out of the shadows looking to cash in after seeing him earlier on tonight. But Joe looking to put him back to pastures now and make sure that he will have a year-long reign as world champ. Muscle Buster cover 2, kicked out by the challenger. Mr. Money in the Bank Aleister Black is cashing in. He clearly watched Carmelo Hayes do it 48 hours ago and said, you know what, I think I'm going to do it too. Samoa Joe, though, we're going to fly to the floor with a tope suicida. Taking out Aleister Black on the floor. Well, Samoa Joe's world title reign finally ends due to the hands of Aleister Black. It'll be a full circle moment, considering Joe and Black were the first men to rival in this series. Black was Joe's first rival in this series, and it will be the man to finally dethrone Joe after many have tried before him. Here's the cover though, backslide, Black for the win, kicked out by Joe, and this would be a big downfall for Samoa Joe, an undefeated, unstoppable champion at almost a year-long reign, losing not just to Gunther this past week on Raw, but to Drew McIntyre tonight, and then Aleister Black in an impromptu cash in. Joe though, Uranagi 2 count, kick out again by Aleister Black. Jeez, my days, man. What a war. Now Samoa Joe setting him up, looking to put Black away, and that's the move he beat him with all the way back at No Way Out at the start of the series, all the way over a year ago. Joe's got it locked in tight now. The cocaine clutch on Black. The big chop. Rear naked style. Black's in trouble. Joe to retain. Black to squander his opportunity to fail. His Money in the Bank cash in. Joe's got it locked in tight. Black won the briefcase all the way back at WrestleMania last year. But look at Black. Black gets out of it. Shoulders down on Joe to win the world title like this. Scores 2 in the world champ, and a kick out. And that's Samoan submission. Miss Jane Black right there though. Look at this now, Black, big time knee straight right in the jaw of the world champ. Joe picks him up to his feet. What's Black got in mind now? Irish whip off the ropes, dropped down. runs into him. Oh, Black Mass! Black Mass again! Second time in the contest by the Dutch Destroyer. And then Black heads up to the top rope now. I don't know why you're not pinning the man. Moonsault by Mr. Money in the Bank. He won't be Mr. Money in the Bank for long. He'll either be nothing or he'll be World Heavyweight Champion. Picking him up by his boot. Black Mass again for the third time in the matchup. Joe's already went through a war with McIntyre. There's no way he's surviving this. Black to end the reign of the world champ Joe. Black Mass again for the fourth time with a round out before it. Cover, 2 count. Aleister Black does it. He successfully catches in his Money in the Bank contract. And Aleister Black is the new World Heavyweight Champion. What a way to win. Survivor Series Premium Live Event here tonight. History has been made in Houston. What a matchup and what a show it's been, folks. That's all we have time for, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you next week for more action as we start off next Monday with Monday Night Raw featuring that man, your new world champ, Aleister Black. Peace.